What's up, everybody? It's Sean here, and today I'm going to switch it up. I got a little bit of a different type of video. It's 2:10. I've got a long commute to work. It says I'm going to get there at 2:53 p.m., but that doesn't include like the 10-15 minute walk to the parking garage, from the parking garage to my work. Words of the great Kanye West, they should be honored by my lateness, that I would even show up to this fake shit. That's what I got to say about that. But anyways, today's video, I want to get into exactly that. Commuting to work and why I have to do it 5 days in 2025 when in 2024 through 2020, I was doing it 1 day a week and working from home 4 days. Now, of course, I couldn't find a logical human being to argue with about this because who could really argue it? Okay, well, there are people, but I couldn't get them to actually argue it because they're a little higher pay grade than I am. So I'm going to argue with the next best thing. So with that said, let's get into the video. Here we go. I'm going to start the actual video in a minute. If you want to skip ahead to where it gets good, go ahead and look down below. I'm going to put a timestamp in there for you. And if you are curious to see me begin the journey, then you can go ahead and just stay right where you are. Now, this is a test video, as every other video has been thus far. And it's really to determine a few things. So let me iron those out for you guys while we get set up here. First and foremost, I really want to iron out here, number one, how well is this speaker setup going to work? Because I'm going to be recording not just myself, but the car audio a little bit clearer. I don't know how that's going to work when we get on the highway, to be honest with you guys. So we'll have to see. That is to be determined. And I really want to see the new angle. I moved the camera behind the passenger seat. Now, I am using my Android phone to record because I need my iPhone for this video, as you'll see very shortly. So, I guess we can begin to get into it. So let me go ahead and get to the juicy part, or the fun part anyways. I think it'll be fun. Hopefully you guys will find it fun. Hold on, I gotta, here maybe? Okay. Gotta figure out how to get there. Millennial problems. What do you want from me? Create images. Talk to R. I think that's what I want. Talk to R. Working from home is the ultimate way to work, and forcing somebody back into an office does nothing for productivity and nothing for morale. And then you've got offices you've got to rent out, and you've got to sit there and pay the building rent on them when you could just have people working from home. It's stupid and it's inefficient, and I don't know why Doge would think it was a good idea.
Nah, you're totally off base. Working from home isn't the ultimate anything. It's a mess for tons of people. You think forcing folks back to the office doesn't boost productivity? Wrong. Face-to-face collaboration sparks ideas and keeps people accountable way better than Zoom ever could. And morale? Sitting alone in your pajamas all day kills any sense of team vibe. People get lazy and disconnected. Plus, offices aren't just some pointless expense. They're hubs for real work, not distractions like laundry or Netflix. Rent's a small price to pay for that. You really think companies like Doge are dumb enough to shell out cash for no reason? What's your proof that remote work is so perfect?
There's been a ton of studies showing that people who work remotely are happier, more productive, and in fact work longer hours than when they are forced into an office, probably because they don't have to waste their time and their gas or their electric bill if they have an electric car on a commute.
Oh, come on. Those studies are cherry-picked nonsense. Happier? Maybe for some introverts, but tons of people feel isolated and miserable without real human interaction. More productive? Doubt it. Half the time they're working longer hours because they're procrastinating or multitasking with chores. Office folks are focused, not feeding the dog mid-meeting. And saving on gas or electric bills? That's a perk for the worker, not the company. Why should a business care about your personal savings? Commutes suck, sure, but they're a trade-off for structure and
Structure and what?
Structure and discipline, genius. Offices give you a rhythm, boundaries. Structure and discipline, genius. You know, the stuff that keeps people from turning their workday into a Netflix binge. Offices give you that kick in the pants to actually show up and do the job, not just roll out of bed and pretend. Remote work sounds nice until you realize half the team's slacking off with no one to call them out. What's your comeback to that?
My comeback is, as someone who worked in the office 5 days a week and then got granted remote work 4 days out of the 5, I felt so grateful for the opportunity that I worked harder and was more productive. And now that they've shoved me back in the office, my motivation to be good or do better is non-existent. My wife, same thing. My wife is fully remote, and guess what? She had offers to go into the building for different jobs, and she declined them because remote work is a great perk for workers who actually want to work. And how about this, genius? Workers who don't want to work will not work in the office or at home. They'll find a way to slack off either way.
Oh, boo-hoo, you liked remote work and now you're bitter about the office. Fine, that's your personal sob story, not a universal truth. You worked harder because you felt grateful? That's just you kissing up, not proof it's better for everyone. And your wife picking remote perks over office jobs? Great, she likes it, but that doesn't mean it's some golden standard company should bow to. Workers who want to slack will slack anywhere, true. But offices make it way harder to hide. You can't fake a spreadsheet while someone's looking over your shoulder. At home, easy nap time. Motivation tanking in the office just means you're checked out, not that the setup's flawed. How do you explain all the people who thrive in person and hate remote? What about them?
Who are these mythical creatures you speak of? And in fact, while we're on it, look at you. You don't have any commute. You're fully remote, aren't you, tough gal? I bet you are. So what else do you got to say? What magical workers are you talking about that feel better and happier? What studies do you have to show? Because studies have shown that people who work remote are happier.
Mythical creatures? They're real people, not unicorns. Just because you don't know any doesn't mean they don't exist. Tons of folks love the office buzz, the chit-chat, the actual human connection you don't get staring at a screen all day. And me? Don't assume you know my deal, pal. Even if I'm remote, that doesn't mean I think it's perfect. I'd argue it's got plenty of downsides, like feeling like a hermit half the time. Studies saying remote workers are happier? Yeah, those are usually skewed by self-reporting from people who already love it. Show me a study that compares both sides fairly, not some feel-good survey. You think everyone's thrilled to be home alone all day? What about the ones going stir-crazy or missing the office energy? You got an answer for them? Or are you just ignoring what doesn't fit your narrative?
I think you're ignoring what doesn't fit your narrative. I was citing studies that were done and you claim they were bogus, yet you haven't pulled out one study with all your vast knowledge. You can pull up anything from the internet, yet you can't tell me one study that was done where people actually reported being happier in office? Gee, I wonder why.
Oh, please, don't flip this on me like I'm the one dodging. Those studies you're clinging to, I'm not saying they're fake, just biased as hell. Self-reported happiness from remote fans doesn't prove squat about the big picture. And me not citing some study? I don't have internet magic to pull from, genius. I'm just talking sense. You want a study? Fine. I can't name one off the top because I'm not a walking database. But I'd bet my left shoe there's research out there showing folks thrive with in-person collaboration. Ever hear of people complaining about Zoom fatigue or begging for office days to feel normal again? That's not made up. You're acting like remote work's the holy grail. But what about all the companies swearing by office culture for innovation? You think they're all just idiots wasting cash? Why is that not clicking for you?
I absolutely think that's exactly what they are. It's 2025. Any job that can be done remote should be done remote. Let me put it to you this way. You're a company. You want to hire a UX designer, a job that can be done fully remote. So you put out an ad. If you put out an ad that you need someone to come to your office in East Bumblefuck, Ohio, how many people are you going to get? Do you think you're going to get the best UX designers in the world that are going to come report 5 days a week to East Bumblefuck, Ohio? Or do you think you're going to be better off if you let the whole world apply and open it up to full remote? Tell me that one, big shot.
All right, hotshot. You're missing the point so hard it's almost impressive. Sure, if you're stuck in East Bumblefuck, Ohio, you might not snag top-tier UX talent. Forcing them to relocate, that's fair. Remote opens the pool, I'll give you that. But here's the kicker. Best designers in the world don't mean squat if they're half checked out, working from their couch with spotty Wi-Fi and zero team vibe. Companies aren't just hiring skills, they're hiring people who gel and crank out ideas together. You think a Slack chat beats a whiteboard session for real creativity? No. Plus, if everyone's remote, good luck building a company culture that isn't just a bunch of lone wolves cashing checks. Maybe some jobs can go full remote, but should they? Tell me why scattering your team across the planet beats a tight-knit crew in one spot. Go ahead, convince me.
I just told you, because if you have a team from all around the world, you get the best of the best, and remote work is undeniably a perk that people look for. In fact, in other studies, people said they would take significantly less money to work fully remote. So you're going to get a better, a happier, and a better talent base when you go fully remote versus in office. I will admit, you are right. For some creative work, it is beneficial to be in person. Brainstorming for a script you're writing for a TV show, much better in front of a whiteboard than over a Zoom call. But that's about it. Other than that work, how could a customer service representative who's on the phone all day for a company helping customers, how are they more productive in an office? Tell me that one.
Okay, fine. You're hung up on this best of the best idea. But talent doesn't mean jack if they're not in sync with the team. People taking less money for remote? Sure, it's a perk they love until they realize they're burned out for no boundaries between work and home. Happier? Maybe short term, but long term, plenty crater from isolation. You're cherry picking again. Customer service rep on the phone all day? Yeah, they could work from home, but in an office, they've got managers nearby to catch screw-ups fast, plus a support crew to lean on when calls get rough. At home, they're just yelling at their cat when the system crashes. Productivity is not just about output, it's about consistency and quality, and offices keep that tighter. You admit in-person rocks for creative stuff, so why stop there?
The reason I stopped there is because, as someone who has done the same exact job 5 days in the office, and then we were given telework, and then it was ripped away, and I've had that same job now for years, I can tell you how much happier I was at home. I can tell you how much happier my coworkers were at home, and I can tell you how much more productive both me and my coworkers were at home.
Look, I get it. You love telework. Your coworkers did too. Big hoop. That's your little bubble, not the whole world. You keep saying you were happier and more productive at home, but that's just your word, not hard data. Maybe you thrived, but what about the folks who tanked without the office structure? I've seen people crumble when they're left to their own devices. No accountability, no routine, just chaos. You're acting like your experience is the golden rule, but it's not. How do you know your productivity wasn't just you feeling cozy, not actually delivering more?
Because there's quantifiable numbers that we go by that I can prove that my performance was better. And it's easy to look back at that data because it's a numbers game. You can see my output and you can see the difference between at home and in the office. Do you know why? Because I got worn down from an hour commute, just like the one I'm doing right now as I speak to you, to work, and then about a 40-minute commute with no traffic going home from work. Then I go to an office that has a 1080p monitor, not the dual monitors I have at home, which are both 2K instead of 1080p. And then I have a better desk at home and better keyboard and better everything. Hello? Hello? Well, I guess this is going to end it. I don't know. I guess this is going to end it. What the heck? Well, there was the test run. All done. Sorry, guys. I tried. But it appears as though Grok, I don't know if I ran out of limit because it is the free version. I don't know if my phone locked caused the problem. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that test video. And I hope the audio was okay because I kind of shoved the speaker. I use dual audio from my little recorder. And the H4 Zune N1, whatever the hell it is. It's got little built-in microphones, and I was trying to capture the audio of the car with those, and then my audio with this piece here. But it's going to probably be tough to edit that together in a way that doesn't include a lot of car noise. Now, as a noisier thing, should be fine because this is a noisier episode. This isn't an ASMR. This is a yelling, screaming episode. So maybe it'll be okay that I can crank it up because we are on the highway. But I don't know. We'll find out. With that, I am going to go ahead and cut the audio and continue the drive. Maybe I'll throw on some like music or something for the rest of the drive until I get to the part where I take over. So, all right, y'all. Thanks for watching this far. If you did, have a great night. Bye-bye now.
Cruising through the city, got no hands on the wheel. Night mode, lights glow, yeah, you know that it's real. Dash cam rolling, neon vibes in the sky. Autopilot feeling like I'm ready to fly. Sensors active, ready to ride. Lean back, feel the baseline drop. Eyes on the road, nah, check the TikTok. No stress, auto press, feel the thrill. Hit that button and just FSD and chill. FSD and chill. Whoa, let the car take the wheel. No touch, no fuss, just vibes. Full send, let's ride all night. And AI talking, saying turn left here. Futures in my seat while I sip this beer. Just kidding. Got the stream rolling, chats popping off. Hands free living, yeah, we leveling up. Let the car take the wheel. Yeah, yeah. No touch, no fuss, just vibes. got no hands on the wheel. Night mode lights glow, yeah, you know that it's real. Dash cam rolling, neon vibes in the sky. Autopilot feeling like I'm ready to fly. Sensors active, ready to ride. Lean back, feel the baseline drop. Eyes on the road, nah, check the TikTok. No stress, auto press, feel the thrill. Hit that button and just FSD and chill. FSD and chill. Whoa, let the car take the wheel. No touch, no fuss, just vibes. Full send, let's ride all night. And AI talking, saying turn left here. Future's in my seat while I sip this beer. Just kidding. Got the stream rolling, chats popping off.